many of us, cooking seafood is a mystery, especially when it comes to getting that perfect crispy finish. So I went to Chef Ripert at the newly renovated lounge in Bernardin to find out how the experts do it. Tell us about the inspiration of this lounge and what you hope people will come and enjoy.
The lounge is to come here and have a good time after work or going to the theater. What we want is some people to be very impromptu and at the last minute say, hey, why don't we have a cocktail at Le Bernardin? Or why don't we have a ceviche? Or maybe we can eat, and I don't have a jacket, and actually I didn't reserve, but maybe we can eat in the lounge.
Let's talk about the seafood, because that's what you're so well known for, and it's so intimidating, I think, to a lot of people to prepare sometimes. And when they come in here, let's taste a little bit of this. Tell us why you've chosen it and how we can kind of try to get a little bit of it at home if we want to.
Yes, well, this one is very simple. We have a beautiful scallop, and it's marinated with lime juice, lemon juice, some olive oil. Therefore, the lemon cooks the product. It's very refreshing. It's very light.
Yep.
Here we have the gravlax. So the gravlax, what we do is we cure it with gin, and I'm going to put a bit of sauce here, mustard sauce, mustard and dill sauce. But the gravlax is cured for 4 days with
4 days?
4 days.
Oh, wow.
With gin, dill, and of course the influence comes from Scandinavia.
Yeah.
And then we have here right now we have the lobster, basically a roll, and it's lobster in a brioche with the truffle sauce. This is codfish, which is sautéed with pea shoots that are starting to be in season. One of my favorite dressing / sauce, soy ginger vinaigrette with extra virgin olive oil.
So is it a challenge to get the outside so crispy and the inside so white and flaky?
It is not a challenge, but you have to see it at least once. Well, you need a beautiful fillet of codfish, like this is called, thick like that. It has to be dry. The pan has to be very, very hot. You season the fish at the last minute on both sides, and then you put the fish very delicately in a pan. You should hear that noise right away. The oil is very hot, almost smoking. And you let it basically cook until you start to see on the outside this kind of like a light blonde brown color. Sometimes you can, with the spatula, look underneath, see if it's getting colored. And then when you feel that you have a crust, you just flip the fish on the other side and let it cook until doneness. And we use usually a metal skewer through the flesh like that. You leave it a couple of seconds, and then you take it out. You put it on your hand like that, and it should be warm. If it's hot, it's overcooked. If it's cold, it's not cooked.
So what is the advice or some tips that you would give somebody if they're on their off-duty time and they're trying to cook a great piece of seafood? What do they need to know?
Well, they need to know that shopping is very important. Therefore, you have to recognize fresh fish from old fish. And then you have to know that you have to be careful because fish is very delicate. And you don't want to cook your fish too long or too much because you will make it dry and lose all the flavor. You want to keep the recipe simple and on the beginning maybe, and then as you progress, make more elaborate recipes with it. And I think this is a good beginning.
And just keep trying new things?
Of course.